Welcome guys to our Tubonge podcast. This is another episode after a long break. In this episode, if you are someone who is passionate about politics, about life, about history and about sports, this is the best channel you can ever subscribe. So subscribe, like and hit on that bell of notification. You will be the first person to get our content. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to discuss about Mount Kenya affairs, and that is not another person, it's MAINA NJENGA. MAINA NJENGA in the past 2 weeks, he has been seen in Mount Kenya moving from the counties of Mount Kenya and mobilizing the youth to be together. But rather, he has been seen singing Mau Mau songs of freedom. He has been seen baptizing the youth of Mount Kenya. And to me, this is another revolution that is coming to Mount Kenya. So ladies and gentlemen, last week MAINA NJENGA went to Mukami's Kimathi's home to pay his condolences. Later, less than 24 hours, his homes in Kenya were raided, including that of Lavington. But what I found is so fishy and it's so fictitious is the fact that when you look at that clip or that voiceover of the worker in Lavington has covered himself with a cape and a mask, meaning he doesn't want to be seen. And the same thing that happened to MAINA NJENGA, it is the same script that Matiang'i used of his home being raided, and later it landed him into a trouble until the leaders of Gusii went to the president and the president talked to DPP to drop the charges. So the same thing, I'm seeing it in MAINA NJENGA's case. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. In politics, nothing goes to waste. I mean, politics is a dirty game. You will be stabbed at the back and there will be betrayal. In that case of last weekend in Nyandarua, in Mukami's burial, what I expected from the leaders of Mount Kenya is for them to talk about the iconic lady and the people who fought for independence in this country. But rather, what happened? The leaders of Nyandarua who were Njambini, you totally failed the people of Mount Kenya. Instead, you put your interest first. Anyway, politics is about interest. But what you did, from the member of parliament to the senator, that day you are pouring praises to the president and the deputy, forgetting that you are in the burial of an iconic leader who was a fighter during the days we were fighting for independence of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I so bitter with this game of up and down? The synopsis of this story is MAINA NJENGA is trying to come back into the limelight. of which he has seen the deputy president has taken over the Mount Kenya regime. In that burial, we expected a lot of ish from the people who support the deputy and the people who support MAINA NJENGA. MAINA NJENGA is a former Mungiki leader. Right now, he's a pastor. I didn't expect MAINA NJENGA to be going, say, to spread peace, but at the same time, he's singing Mau Mau songs, baptizing the youth. Is Mungiki coming back? That's a story of another day. Mukami Kimathi was the widow of the late Dedan Kimathi. Mukami's wish was to see the remains of his husband, the late Dedan Kimathi, before or she could die. That was her wish. To the leaders and to the government, please show me the remains of my husband so that I can die in a peaceful way. But that didn't happen. And the same government was there at the burial explaining how iconic she was. But the same government didn't meet her demands. Mukami died without seeing the remains of his husband. In that state, there were only 4 ladies in this country who were helping our legends. I call them legends. Kina Kimathi, Kina Kenyatta. They hate their wives. Their wives, there were 4. Wairimu, Ngina, Mukami, Muthoni Kirima. Those were the ladies who provided food, who provided the gumboots, who were giving out the signals, who were going to spy and sending the message back to the forest for our men to fight for independence of this country. If you were so keen in that burial, Mama Ngina Kenyatta was absent on that day. Reason why? We will break it down. Mama Ngina was absent on that day because of they are so personal to the family of the Kenyatta. That is the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Of late, you have been seeing Rigathi Gachagua attacking the Kenyatta family. Mama Ngina was part of the group that was supporting Mau Mau, the husband. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Ngina was absent that day because of some 2-3 reasons. Why? Mama Ngina didn't want to share the same podium with the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Because of what? Hakutaka aibu. Kama nyinyi mnajua vizuri sana, Rigathi Gachagua opened his mouth anyhow. And for the first lady of the Republic of Kenya, hakutaka hiyo aibu. So she kept away from the limelight and from the story of Mukami Kimathi. And remember, the ladies were 4 ladies, that is Kirimi, Mukami, Ngina and Wairimu. They were so close friends. But why did Mama Ngina did not attend that function? That's the story of another day. So ladies and gentlemen, the back of MAINA NJENGA is here. We are going to experience some showdown of the Deputy President and MAINA NJENGA of the kingship of Mount Kenya. Na nikikwambia yenyewe siasa si uadui. Si uliona wakubwa wetu weekend walikuwa pamoja kwa mazishi, wakatoka hapo wakaenda Kasarani mbio, Kesho yake Sunday wakakutana dabi, mashemeji dabi, Gor Mahia na FC. Politics is about interest. Ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of this. Hit on our YouTube channel, like, comment. We will comment back and we will like you to share the experience with us. Till another time. Boom.